Briana, checking in for the Modern Day Family today to give a baby update. So, I got pregnant, we went to Mexico, and now I'm 30 weeks pregnant. It all happened so quick. I only have 2 months left of this pregnancy, so I wanted to talk about it a little bit because this pregnancy has been totally different than my first one. And so that's not something that you ever hear or know until you actually get pregnant. Then everybody's like, oh yeah, it's not gonna be the same. That would be helpful to know before it happens. But anyway, I'm making this video so that in case you are pregnant right now or you're thinking about getting pregnant again for the second time, maybe you can be prepared, or just to, listen to how these things are going for me, because everybody's pregnancy is totally different. So these things might not even apply to you, but I do see some commonalities between me and other moms who are on their second baby. So I thought it would be helpful to share some of those things. So one of the biggest differences that I think is common among most women when they're pregnant for the second time is that you show a lot sooner. So when I was pregnant the first time with Noah, I probably went 6 months without people actually being able to tell that I was pregnant. Around 6 months is when my belly started to be like really round and prominent, and it was noticeable by random people in a grocery store. So this time, around 3 months is when it became like super obvious. My stomach was round, it was hard, and it just blew up. It was just like, I've had this little ball here since I was 3 months pregnant. So here I am 3 months into it, and I'm like way bigger than I was before with Noah. And this is just really shocking for me to see my body stretch out in this way this time, and it be so soon, because I'm nervous about how much bigger I'm gonna get actually. So yeah, the biggest difference is that you just show a lot quicker, and I guess that means you get a lot bigger too. The second thing is that my body hurts a lot worse. So the first time, like I said, I didn't show for a while, so I guess I wasn't carrying the weight as long as I've been carrying this weight, but the aches are real. So down here, like where my leg socket is, where my leg is fused with my pelvic bone, I guess, it aches constantly. There are days when I can barely walk, and if I am walking, I'm full on waddling or limping. Not cute, not great. Totally not what I expected. I've also had to order a belly band to lift this weight up to give my pelvic a break, because like I said, it's just constantly aching. And then there's this other weird pain that's come out of nowhere. I thought something was wrong, but then luckily there's Google, so I found out that it's pretty common. But it's a sharp pain that I get right here by my belly button. And so some people have said that it's an umbilical hernia. Other people have just said that it could be like the way that they're pressed up against the umbilical cord. A lot of different theories there, but I talked to my OB about it, and it's supposedly normal. Because I thought bad things were happening. So yeah, with this pregnancy, there's a lot more pain and discomfort that I didn't have the first time. The first time I was just living my life. I was just pregnant. Everything was the same and I was good. This time I actually feel pregnant. The third thing that has been different, let me think. Oh yeah, this. I have been a lot less careful. So when your first time being pregnant, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this, and people are like really watching over your every move, and everybody wants you to be extra careful. Well, that doesn't change. Everybody wants you to still be careful your second time around, but you kind of feel like, I got this, and so you're a lot less careful, or at least I have been a lot less careful. And I push myself. I'm a pusher. Even when I'm not pregnant, I like to be productive. If I'm not being productive, then I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm a loser. My life is crumbling. So I like push myself really, really hard all the time. And like I said, the first time, that wasn't really an issue. I was just doing everything that I normally do, and I was fine. This time, not so much. So there are days when I really overexhaust myself, and then I feel completely like sick. Like, I'll have to lay down for hours. I'll feel completely nauseous or dehydrated even though I drink tons of water. Most recently, I went to a grocery store by myself. This was after I had gone to 2 other stores, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna go to these 2 stores, and then I'm gonna go knock out the grocery store, and then boom, you know, easy. My body said no. Got to the grocery store, got my cart, I'm getting my produce, which I always do first, and like 3 minutes into that shopping trip, I am clutching onto the cart, leaning down on the ground, like trying to get my bearings because I feel completely lightheaded, and it was like a fail. So I convinced myself that it'll pass, so I keep trying to grocery shop. I don't recommend you doing this. So yeah, at this point I'm like crawling around, or like not crawling, but squatting around the store, holding onto my cart, and people are asking me if I'm okay. It was a huge mess. So on our most recent trip to the grocery store, I was forced to get a mobile scooter. Don't let that be you. It wasn't cute. I was really embarrassed. I was able to get my grocery shopping accomplished without breaking a sweat or becoming lightheaded because I was in a cart, in a mobile scooter. But that won't ever happen again, okay? I'm making a comeback, okay? I'm just gonna really hydrate well and eat enough food the next time I go to the store. Another thing that I've noticed with this pregnancy, which kind of relates to me being less careful, is that I have a lot less anxiety. So I'm someone who is totally anxiety stricken over a lot of things in life. I'm constantly like freaking out and on edge. But this time it hasn't been about this pregnancy. So I have kind of just been chilling. I think that's why it's taken me a while to even like make a video specifically about being pregnant. I just kind of feel like I know what's happening this time. And one of the biggest differences, well, to me it's really not that big of a deal, but to me it's a big deal because I had to spend my money, is that I had to buy maternity clothes this time. So like I said, it took a while for my belly to show last time, so I'd never really had to buy maternity clothes. And even when my stomach was protruding fully, I could still fit my jeans. Like, my jeans could still come up, and then I just had to like not button them. No, not the case this time. My pants, for whatever reason, aren't even coming up above my knee. Like, they're tighter on my calves, they get to my knee, and there's just like, no, they're not even going up my thigh. So weird. So I've had to invest in maternity clothes, which, I mean, they have some cute stuff out. This is a maternity dress actually, from Boohoo. So yeah, I've had to spend actual money on clothes that are gonna just be temporary, which I hate doing because I'm such a like minimalist, only want to spend money on stuff that I know I'll have for a long time. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope I'll be making some more videos, you know, before I have the baby. After I have the baby, I want to have like a little mom space. So if there's anything that you want to hear from me or that you want me to talk about specifically, please let me know, because I'm always looking for ideas and I want to be relevant. So okay, bye.